This is her. She's absolutely beautiful, isn't she? Really, really nice. It was unveiled to me, perhaps early part of the year. And I had real mixed feelings about it. I still have really, but I had really mixed feelings then. In as much as that I didn't like the look of all this, and to be perfectly frank, I still don't, but I suppose it's got a purpose. It proves saleable, obviously, at the sale. The figure it made speaks for itself. There's guys out there that want to run one of these or want to run an electric vehicle for whatever reason. Obviously, most of them want to save the planet, of course. And those are going to make a great deal of difference, to be perfectly frank with you. But at the same time, I do admire their sentiment and their principles. Just leave me out of it, really, at least for the time being. And as I say, I did drive this probably 300 or 400 miles, and it really is quick. I mean, like all electric cars, they're quick off the mark because they're immediate power. No brake in it whatsoever. So it is very, very sharp. But in my opinion, the nicest thing that's been done to this vehicle is not that power plant. I'm not interested in that particularly. Is the paint job. Lovely, lovely paint job. Really, really nice. Made the car ever so saleable and really desirable. So we're interested to know why it was purchased and what he's going to do with it. So sort of watch this space a bit for that, because I'm really looking forward to finding out. In fact, so much so that when the film crew go to film the gentleman who's bought it, I'm going to try and go with them and just have a chat with him. And so I'd like him to explain to me why, because I'm struggling with it, I'm afraid. So, you know, as I say, watch this space, we'll see what he comes up with and for what reason. But all admiration for him, total respect. He's pulled up strong money for buying something which I suppose is his principles. That's really it. Can't knock a man for that, you know, standing by his principles and paying for it. You can't ask for any more, can you? So, yeah, I think it's great. I just can't see it being lettered up and used like I was hoping it was going to be. I really did hope it was going to go to London to a busy shop or whatever it might be, or some retail outlet or something in London. Being electric, there's no congestion charge, there's no les charge or whatever it is. It makes perfect sense. Driving an electric van around London, I mean, it's just perfect, really. It's ideal. But of course, that was tried. Excuse me, that was tried in 1904, but sadly didn't work. Maybe it'll work this time. Sort of got me doubts, but it might do. But that's what I would have liked to have seen. But anyway, it's gone to an enthusiast that is doing his bit to help, you know, pollution or stop pollution. So you've got to admire that. Anyway, that's it. That's what happened. Big money, big vehicle. World record, without a doubt. I can't see that 44,000 for a Morris Minor van, whether it be electric, hydrogen, internal combustion engine or whatever. I can't see that ever being beaten. So, wants to go in the Guinness Book of Records, that. I bet it'll be in there for a good number of years, if not forever. Be interesting, won't it? Well, the first thing I've got to mention is the interior, which is superb. We can't get to the back of it and open the back doors, but you can see from in here that the load area has been virtually unused. Wheel arch is in perfect condition. That's a sure sign. If they're knocked about, dented and that, it's had a hard life. This has not had a hard life at all. I mean, it is a superb vehicle, I can understand that. And I can understand it with its original engine probably achieving £20,000. And I suppose if you particularly want an electric vehicle for an extra £24,000, you're probably on the right side of it, really, when you think of it, because an electric conversion like this is probably nearer £40,000 by a specialist. So you're getting a brand new £40,000 conversion for 24,000 quid. But this is all assuming that you want one. And this is the conversion, look, round here. That's the power plant. It's out of apparently a Nissan Leaf, detuned by quite a lot. And I can see why, because when you drive it now, detuned, it is extremely powerful and extremely quick. So if they hadn't done that, I can imagine it would be twisting up the prop shaft and causing some big trouble, because it's going through to the original axle, prop shaft and what have you. I don't know what happens with gearbox. I don't know how it all works, but I can only assume it's all linked up to that. So I only assume the gearbox must turn in the normal way, but I don't know. I don't know enough about it. But that's it. Looks rather strange, doesn't it? Really looks very futuristic, really. But of course, the technology, obviously it's been improved, but the basic technology has been going since the 1900s, earlier 20th century. I mean, 1904, like I say, there was at some stage early, so 1904, 1910 or thereabouts, there were more electric vehicles running around London than there was, how we know them now, internal combustion engines. So they gave it a good try. They really did. You know, they really gave it 100% effort to try and go electric, stay electric. But the worrying thing is it didn't work. This is the concerning thing. So I know we've moved on in technology, and we can do now more miles per charge and such like, apparently. But I'm still not sure it's as convenient. You know, it's not constant onboard power source, is it? Really, fuel source. You know, I mean, it doesn't take long to fill up a tank, you know, with petrol or diesel. But a charge on this type of unit apparently is minimum an hour. And whether you get much in it in an hour, I'm not too sure. I think there's firms out there boasting that, you know, 15 minutes or something, but I'm not convinced really. And if you notice on all the adverts, they say on the telly, you know, when they're advertising an electric vehicle, they say up to 300 miles, you know, cover themselves really, really nicely. They ain't going to do 300 miles, most of them, are they? You know, not in normal driving conditions, with the headlamps on, the wipers on, heater going, and all the rest of it. I can't see it, I really can't. But I don't mean to be a skeptic, but unfortunately, you know, I can't look at it any other way. But time will tell. But I'm looking forward to seeing what this gentleman has bought it for, what he's going to do with it, and his thinking behind it.